Hello everyone, so we just got this recently and we are going to unbox it for you. We are going to start doing refurbishing and we're new at it, but I'll tell you what, if you're watching this video and you are thinking about it, getting into refurbishing, go ahead and contact Mike and Jace. Those two guys will get you guys started and trained properly. They're solid guys, so check them out. Well, that's what exactly we're going to do, but we started recently buying some equipment. Of course, you need to have equipment to start training, and it's good to start training on the equipment you already own. So as you can see, we just got this from TBK. It is model T208C, 110 volt for USA. It depends on where you're at. You might be getting a 220, but we're going to go ahead and unbox it. And as you know, these boxes are a pain to open, so we're going to skip right through all that and then show you what we got. So just a little disclaimer, as they're saying there. I know it's backwards, but you do want to be careful when you're opening these boxes. So you can see we got the proper tools to get it done. So let's go ahead and get this out of the box. So here it is, folks. And the first thing I will tell you is this machine is super heavy. So off the bat, I can tell you that it's got a strong build to it. So, but keep that in mind if you want to save your back. It is heavy. So once you get it off that wooded crate and you get it off the floor and bring it somewhere higher, keep in mind that it is heavy. So since we got the wrapping out, I'm going to show you both bays open. So you have your top bay is going to be your laminator, your bottom is going to be your debubbler. So inside here there is some hosing. So they do include some hosing for you. So that goes into your compressor and vacuum pump, which by the way you still need. And then at the bottom you have your plug. And the display unit up here at the top, and I'll show you a little bit more about it in a bit, will let you select what device you're about to refurbish. You just select, it's all touch screen, and then it'll give you videos, tutorial videos on how to do each of those screens. From the top, you do have these screws here so you can access the internal components. I have not opened it up, but maybe we'll do that on another video, and then you can see the display. It's kind of like an iPad mini where everything will be touchscreen, and you do have gauge there for your pressure. And on the side, you have your connecting tubes for the vacuum down here, and then of course for your compressor up there. Then you have your plug where you could connect the vacuum pump to it so that it's kind of married to it, so it'll turn on when it asks it to come on. And you got your power connector here and your on and off switch there as well. And just in case you were asking, there is nothing on the back, so I just wanted to show that so you can see there's nothing on the back of the machine. Off to the side here there isn't a little opening there. I guess it would be for an audible alarm or beep to tell you when it's done, but that's there as well. So keep in mind that you do have two different connections, and they do include the two different size hoses. So for the vacuum, we take that little fitting out, this one, and you would put it in the hose like so. And then you would just put it in there, just like that, and then tighten that piece right to it. And the other end of this hose, of course, goes to your vacuum pump. For the compressor, it's pretty much the same thing. You take that piece out, drop it inside the hose, like so. Put it in there. Make sure it's in there good, and then just tighten. all there is to it. Of course, you need to get the other ends on your compressor and your vacuum pump. The vacuum pump is pretty much straightforward. I looked at ours, and the connection is pretty much, it just goes in there. You would need a hose clamp to hold it in. The compressor, you probably need to buy a fitting to connect to the compressor itself, but you should be able to get that at a hardware store. If not, once I get ours, I will post a link on the description so you can get it like from Amazon, which is probably better. You'll probably get it in the next day or so anyway. Also, I know the connection looks a little odd, but here in the USA we use these type of plugs, and I guess they configured this so it'll work on different plugs from different countries. But what you do is you just align the bottom prongs just like that, and it'll go in there, and of course that's your output power to your vacuum. So as you can see here, we have the vacuum pump already connected, so that setup is pretty easy. So here's something really cool. We just plugged it in, and if you are new to refurbishing, which we thought would be something really nice, and it was a selling point, they do include some tutorial videos. So once you get it, it'll be in Chinese, just like that is how we got it, and then just hit that CHEN, which is your languages. You got both Chinese and English. So English is our language, so we put it to English. And when you click on model, it'll show you the different models that you have available on the database on the machine. So you see that there's iPhone 13, 13 Pro, 13, and so forth. And all those are already in the machine. So if you wanted to refurbish the 13 Pro, for example, it'll tell you what the pressure would be. Let's see if it changes here in the 13, 28. So that's pretty cool. So you have that in there. And I guess you can add more as you go along. I don't know. So just thought that was really cool. Now you also have this teach video, which they told us about. And you have different videos. They're tutorial videos.
20C intelligent
Yeah, so I just changed it to English. So you have the pause. If you want to pause it and then do it, or look at it, and then return. So you do have some, 8 tutorial videos, and you have them in Chinese and English. I guess that's what they are. They're Chinese at the top, English at the bottom.
20C intelligent operation interface, which can adjust.
So that's another interesting thing with the machine. It's got a nice and bright display. Let's see. So the display is about 7 inches from bottom corner to the top. Just about 7 inches. Okay, so it's nice and big. Everything is touchscreen, so you can see the adjustments where you have the different, I guess, presets. So it looks very simple. You have one button, start and stop, and then of course when you're doing your debubbling, that's down here. So we're looking forward to starting to use it, mess around with it, and we'll probably be asking some questions to TBK themselves, and hopefully they'll be able to walk us through it. But you do have your temperature settings in Celsius, not Fahrenheit, but everything that we have as far as machines that come from China are in Celsius, so we're kind of getting used to that already as it is. So you do have a nice bright display there, which is very informative, and of course you have your videos, your tutorial videos, and then of course your different settings for the different models. Once you choose it, you'll notice that it'll tell you the pressures on the side here. So we thought that was also pretty cool.